Flawless skin, perfect lips, beautiful, sparkling eyes. Faces look a little different on social media. Beauty filters and edited images have taken over Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and just about everywhere else on the internet. Sometimes it can be interesting to see what people think the internet will believe is natural, but it's becoming incredibly common to change the face that you share. 71% of people edit their selfies. That percent is even higher among young women. One study found that 90% of women under age 30 edit or filter their pictures. Here's what I've learned about how Instagram and TikTok have changed our standard of beauty and the harm social media is doing to the way that we see ourselves.
With the invention of the camera, everything changed, and our tradition of art called those appearances reality.
There's a difference between beauty, an abstract, artistic idea that philosophers have been arguing about for forever, and what we usually call beauty in an everyday conversation. Beauty standards are ideals of attractiveness, what society tells us a beautiful woman or a handsome man is supposed to look like. Sometimes those standards are enforced by fear, like in this advertisement telling women that the man they love won't want to kiss them anymore unless they wear the right makeup. But sometimes beauty standards are held up by packaging them in the soft and cuddly wrapping of self-care.
I understand that losing your hair can become a major insecurity, but luckily, we live in 2021 where science can help.
And I'm going to cut right there because that's where the shout out to the sponsor starts. Anyway, sometimes beauty standards are presented in a nice and friendly way, and sometimes they're mandatory and shame on you for not following them already, but the rules are always there somewhere. And for as long as I can remember, there's always been something at least a little bit artificial about the American standard of beauty. Kim Kardashian was the first truly engineered beauty I can remember. Her body was extremely, exaggeratedly feminine.
Kim, look at your waist!
She always looked perfect. Her face was on the cover of so many magazines, and it seemed to evolve every few months. My friends didn't always notice, but I'd been photoshopping ever since they upgraded the computers at my elementary school, so I knew what I was looking at. You don't achieve that kind of before and after with makeup alone. I don't care how good your makeup artist is. It used to require a team to create this standard of perfection. Kim Kardashian had experts in Photoshop, fashion, makeup, cosmetic surgery, all working together to assemble something superhumanly beautiful. Now, it just takes a phone.
It's kind of made our career, so it's one of those things to kind of like share. It's like, do you share, do you not share?
Facetune.
Beauty influencers James Charles and Nikita Dragun admit, at least in this video, how much they use the retouching app Facetune.
Oh my God, some people don't even look the same in real life, and I'm over here like, oh wait, that's
yeah,
literally me.
Same.
Okay.
We're not hiding it. We openly admit to talking about it, which I think is really, really important.
Yeah.
Especially to our younger followers who look up to us as role models.
Facetune lets you smooth your skin, adjust the features of your face, erase anything you see as a flaw. If there's something you don't like about your face or about your body, there's an app for that. There are so many apps for that. And if you don't want to go through the work of editing your face by hand, an algorithm will do the work for you. This starts with measuring the beauty of the human face. TikTok's beauty algorithm was reverse engineered and posted online. ByteDance has probably changed the formula since then, but this is still a fascinating and terrifying look into how we're teaching machines to judge us. Algorithms simplify an image or a video of a face down to gradients in pixels. From there, they can calculate the shape of the face and score attractiveness. Symmetrical faces are rated highly. Faces with smooth skin get more points. Acne, scars, wrinkles, fine lines, and deep shadows in the face are counted as less attractive in most beauty algorithms. From there, things get really interesting and really scary. Algorithms judge faces to be beautiful when they're very close to the average. At first, that seems strange to me because beauty is supposed to be extraordinary. But when scientists took hundreds of pictures of faces and overlaid them together to create a composite image, people overwhelmingly called those averages incredibly beautiful. So that's what the algorithms look for. Faces that are very, very close to the average, ideal face. Beauty filters bring photos and videos closer to that ideal. They blur pixels to smooth out the skin. Once the algorithm traces the line of the mouth, they can enlarge the lips, making them look fuller and softer. The eyes can become brighter and sparklier. But there are some serious problems with those calculations. In 2016, More than 600,000 people from 100 countries all around the world submitted their photos in hopes of winning the first ever beauty contest judged by artificial intelligence. Out of 44 winners, 36 were white. The contest was supposed to be a celebration of the spectrum of human beauty, a kind of moment of international harmony, but it ended up illustrating the bias that we're building into our beauty algorithms. Most algorithms are built around measuring pixel gradients, and the way they work is designed around lighter skin tones. Algorithms directly import European standards of beauty, or at the very least they're heavily influenced by them. High scores for large eyes, narrow nose, high contrast between shadow and light areas on the face. Bias is being built into the way algorithms see beauty. And even if beauty filters are marketed as being just for fun, the way apps judge and present beauty can have serious consequences.
Okay, so there's this new filter on TikTok that I've been waiting to get access to. It only looks good on certain kinds of people.
The Glow Look filter went viral on TikTok in spring of 2021. It forces the face into the algorithm's favorite standard of beauty. Huge eyes, full lips, tiny nose, plus cute e-girl freckles and glowing gray contact lenses. I saw videos over and over again of people comparing their faces with and without the filter. Usually they laughed or made a joke about catfishing, but sometimes there was a very real sadness in those videos. People looked at their faces with the filter on with a kind of longing. I don't want to show clips of those videos because TikTok's user base is really young, and I don't want to show a video of somebody who's not a celebrity and probably a teenager when I'm talking about beauty standards. This man is clearly an adult, and I like his jokes, so here.
Stuff like that, then it's a problem. Oh yeah, this needs to go. This needs to go.
Scientists have found that people feel worse about themselves after they look at their own edited selfies. Researchers asked a group of young women how they felt about themselves, what their mood was like on that day, how they felt about their faces and their bodies. Then they asked women to edit their own photos on an iPad. The women felt worse and said they liked their own faces less after they finished editing. That research study, and most of the conversation so far about social media and self-esteem, only included young cisgender women. But the more I read, the more I think this affects all of us. A survey of 1,500 young people in the United Kingdom found that, regardless of gender, people felt more lonely and more depressed after using Instagram. Since that study came out, there's been a lot of discussion about whether social media causes depression or if we just use social media more when we're bored and unhappy. But I think it's clear that it's not healthy to see, over and over again, images that remind us of all the standards society holds us to if we're going to be seen as attractive. Being beautiful is something the world tells you need to be when you're young and branded as a girl. I was 4, the first time I can remember a stranger telling me something about my face. When I was 7, I told my family doctor that I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up, or a scientist, or a paleontologist, something sciencey, or maybe I wanted to write books. And my doctor said, "Look at those eyes. You should be an actress." I can't remember exactly what he said next, but it was something like, "Don't be someone people need to listen to. Be someone that they will love." That's a message we all hear said in different ways. Be someone they'll love. We all exist in a world where we're bombarded by images of people who made a very expensive, exclusive, and engineered standard of beauty. And we're told that that's what's worthy. That's what gets likes. That's what deserves love. I think we have a right to ask what kind of reality Instagram and TikTok and social media and just media in general are creating.
I've literally become so known for face editing at this point that not only do I edit my own photos, but so many different Instagram celebrities and YouTubers that you guys all know and love also send me their photos to edit too. So half the time that you guys are seeing a really bomb photo on Instagram, especially if it involves makeup, probably went through me first.
What I heard over and over again watching beauty gurus talk about editing was, this happens all the time. Everybody's doing it. This is just the world we live in now. Instagram is the app that James Charles talks about specifically. Which app is the most popular among kids these days may change. Instagram, then Snapchat, and now it's TikTok. But the focus on physical beauty stays the same. TikTok may have an even bigger impact on pop culture than Instagram did. As I'm recording this, there's a song by a TikTok star on the Billboard Hot 100 pop chart. The song is called and the lyrics of the song tell the guy who wants a virgin and a vixen that this ain't Build-A-Bitch. And you have to accept that if you want to find love, you have to take the person as they are. You can't pick and choose their face and body. It's a song that might resonate with anyone who's done time on dating apps. How many profiles are there out there that say, this is my height requirement, this is my weight requirement, this is the hair you need to have, this is the eyes you gotta have, this is the job you need to have, no, fill in the blank. But the meaning of the words in Build-A-Bitch gets a little messy because of the fact that the music video focuses on Bella Poarch's TikTok-certified beauty. I'm not saying that the fact that she's extraordinarily pretty means that none of the positivity in lyrics counts. Looks have always been a factor to some degree or another when it comes to who gets famous in popular music. But Poarch's career arc makes things a little complicated. She didn't get her start playing dive bars or posting her music to SoundCloud. Her star-making moment was a video of her face, extremely zoomed in, lip-syncing to a song that was going viral on TikTok. In writing, filmmaking, and visual media, the classic advice is show, don't tell. It's more effective storytelling to have your viewers see and discover meaning for themselves than it is to just have someone say exactly what you want them to know. There's a conflict between the show and the tell of Build-A-Bitch. It tells us that we should accept our flaws, but it shows us someone who is famous for having a face that TikTok's algorithm certified as mathematically flawless. Social media's answer to what the standard of beauty is right this second. Beauty standards change over time, and I think that's by design. Every season there is a new line of fashion, and every few years there's a new face and a new body that becomes the ideal. This creates a never-ending cycle of consumption. Our standards of beauty cannot be separated from the need to sell things. L'Oreal is the world's largest beauty and cosmetics company. One of their 2021 commercials says this:
"Beauty is power."
And yes, beauty is power, both because of the power beauty can hold, and because what is beautiful is dictated by who is in power. That commercial talks a lot about the company's history, but they don't directly quote the person who started the company. That's okay, because that's why I'm here. L'Oreal was founded by a French chemist named Eugène Schuller. In the 1930s, he described his strategy towards marketing like this: tell people they're disgusting, they don't smell good, and they're not attractive. At that time, people in Europe usually washed their hair once a month or less. L'Oreal's executives calculated that they could sell 20 times as much shampoo if they just changed the beauty ideal, made people think that they weren't living up to what they were supposed to be and that they were not attractive because of it. L'Oreal's slogan may now be, because you're worth it, but the underlying message is and has always been, because you're disgusting, and because you'll buy whatever we're selling to feel like you're worth it. Social media is speeding up the cycle of changing beauty standards created by shampoo companies, advertisers, and 1,000 other companies that exist because we feel ugly. One of the many scary things about social media is that it puts even more pressure on us to edit ourselves, to imitate an impossibly high, pixel-perfect standard that no human can hope to achieve, and then, when we look away from the screen, to look at something that feels less worthy of love by comparison. Diffusing the power that beauty standards have over us, I think, starts with understanding that the rules of attractiveness aren't universal, and they're largely created by people who are trying to sell us things. I can't say what a healthy relationship with beauty standards should look like for you, but I can tell you what I'm going to try to do. I'm not going to never ever try to feel pretty again, that's a human thing to want, but I'm going to try to remember that my ideas of what is pretty are shaped by centuries of culture and also, as much as I hate to admit it, by advertising. I'm gonna have to try to keep untangling that mess, it's a work in progress. And I'm gonna try to keep reminding myself that my worth as a human being has nothing to do with how some algorithm says I look.